San Cristobal Pan American Stadium is our beautiful but drizzly sight for today as Aruba and El Salvador go head-to-head in Group D CONCACAF Women World Cup qualifying action. The second fixture for El Salvador and the debut in these 2022 games for Aruba promise to be an entertaining matchup as we take a look at the pitch conditions. 60% chance of rain. It was sunny an hour ago. Now we're right on the edge of a storm here, but 80 degrees Fahrenheit, a little warm, a slight wind for the conditions for the players and teams today. I'm Casey White on the call with you as we go to our standings for Group D. El Salvador and Panama at the top with 3 points each. El Salvador with a slight goal differential lead, 6-5. Panama beat Barbados 5-0 in earlier competition. El Salvador beat Belize in their first game 6-0, with Aruba still waiting to kick off and get a game under their belt. 2 fixtures in February for all groups. 6 groups vying for a spot in the final 8, where the United States and Canada await as automatic qualifiers in July for those final qualification games for the 2023 World Cup. We're in San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. They're playing host for this game for Aruba and El Salvador. It's going to be a little bit rainy, could be a little bit slick out there, but Aruba really excited to get this game underway. El Salvador already a little bit played in, having had that victory, developing a little bit of confidence there, but a lot to happen here in Group T. We had some earlier games as well, a lot going on for the CONCACAF qualifiers. In just a few minutes, we'll be having the teams start to enter the field and get ready for this kickoff. It's sure to be a good one. Make sure you stick around. National anthems will be coming up right after this.
Damas y caballeros, le doy la bienvenida a los equipos nacionales de Aruba y El Salvador. Le doy la bienvenida a los equipos nacionales de Aruba y El Salvador. Les pedimos ponerse de pie para escuchar los himnos nacionales de Aruba y El Salvador. Escucharemos primero el himno de El Salvador. continuación, el himno de Aruba. Alineaciones para el partido.
Just national anthems completed here in San Cristobal. Group D action of the 2022 CONCACAF Women's World Cup qualifying coming your way. Just final preparations for these teams and players. Let's take a look at the Aruba lineup. Number 7, Kiyomi Lupera. Number 9, Tariana Dornkamp. Two offensive threats for this team from Aruba. And Jessica Rivero, the captain. Look at her to really steady this group against an El Salvador team that is in stride, managed by Glenn Frasambo, but many, many opportunities for players to shine here today. Our officials for today, center referee Marjorie Ponce, assisted by Melissa Snedden, Gabrielle Lemieux, with our fourth official, Tatiana Guzman, as we do our final coin toss, some pictures, and the captains for each of these teams exchange gifts, and we'll get us underway here shortly. El Salvador lineup coming at you, a lot of offensive firepower. 3 goals for Mara Rodriguez in their opener, but you've got Saren, Yoselin Lopez, all of them capable of scoring and assisting, but Priscilla Ortiz will be super important for this El Salvador team to make sure that they are comfortable in the back, they're steady, they don't give any chances to Aruba and limit as much as possible in this game. An interesting matchup with El Salvador having 1 game under their belt. Aruba still trying to get started, get going. These first 10 minutes of this game, important for a team that hasn't yet debuted in this 2022 qualifying tournament. We have blue is Aruba going from right to left, attacking today, and the white will be El Salvador. For our refereeing crew today, we have 2 referees. Our center official and fourth official from Nicaragua. Our 2 assistant referees are from Canada. As we get a look at Marjorie Ponce. And we are underway in Group D. CONCACAF Women's World Cup qualifying action. I'm Casey White, thrilled to be here with you, bringing you this game from San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. Aruba taking on El Salvador in this fixture. Early ball played across, but well dealt with. And that will go out for a corner kick. Good clearance by Saladin, but just not able to keep that in play. This will be the first corner kick. And Juana Plata will step up to this one with a left-footed service. That'll go pretty deep across the box. Cleared out. Not quite out of danger yet. Ball will be played back in, and the save from Loopstock. Loopstock will go quickly and high. Looking to attack down that right side, just out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Aruba. A little bit of confusion here. It is a throw-in for Aruba. You can see it's a little slippery from this rain with that throw. Susanna able to keep possession here in the final third. Looking to take on in the wide area, and she does. Looking to get a service across with her right foot, but a sliding tackle. Well dealt with by the back line of El Salvador, but it'll be a corner kick for Aruba. Early chance on here for the debutantes. Service here for Aruba to the near post. And we'll be out for another corner kick. 3 early corner kicks, 1 for El Salvador, 2 for Aruba. Another service to the near post area. This one a little more distance, and it's off the line by Mara Rodriguez of El Salvador. And there will be a foul called here. And Aruba comes out quickly with an opportunity, making the most of that set piece, but Mara Rodriguez on that post. Look at this service here in a dangerous area. It deflects down off the thigh, and then just a clearance to get it high and out of the way, but early knocking on the door is Aruba. A lot at stake here in this qualifying tournament. 6 groups, 5 teams in each group, only 1 able to advance as the ball goes out of play. United States and Canada waiting in July for those 6 teams to join them to qualify and attempt to qualify for the World Cup in 2023. Delgado will try to save this. Not quite able to do so, and it'll go the other direction.
Xavi! Jij en Jos kan beide niet vrij blijven.
A lot of instruction coming from the sideline. Long shot on frame, well taken by Loopstock.
Jessica!
Loopstock will distribute from her hands. And able to save that, so there's no corner kick, and cleared. Florence able to get that out. Sarin putting pressure on early, but well defended. Sarin looking to bend it, not able to do so, and Loopstock will bring that in. Six minute, already lots of opportunities on both ends for both of these teams in Group D. El Salvador scoring 6 goals in their opening game, so certainly a team that likes to go forward and create opportunities. Florence will chase. Ball sent across, and it'll drop down for a potential opportunity. Lopez dispossessed in the midfield by Aruba. Susanna will make a strong run forward. Ball played in behind and cleared out. Rouget with the clearance. Lopez. Susanna strong on the ball, but just too many players around her as El Salvador tries to create through the middle third of the field. Gums will look to play forward there. Just not able to connect with Saren in the final third is Amaya, but looking to play into that space behind. Aruba currently ranked by FIFA 172nd. Their highest came in 2009, where they were ranked 92nd. Short ball intercepted by Saren. Saren looks to take on 1v1. She'll go to her right, go to her left, puts it on her left foot, just lifting it, making it an easier save for Loopstock, but you can see the ability of Brenda Saren in the attack, her ability to take on 1v1, very evident. It's a run forward here by Aruba. Dornkamp was able to get into that space in behind. Looks to be a space that they might be able to cause El Salvador a little bit of trouble, especially as El Salvador sets possession. Gums looking to go forward. You see the collision there with Amaya. Touch off of Dornkamp, and it'll be for El Salvador. Susanna. Rodriguez. She'll look to play in behind the back line. Lopez trying to make a run to have the back line of Aruba retreating, but well defended in the middle third. Played into the penalty area, looking for the back post. Loopstock collects. Be Lopez looking to keep this in. We'll whip it in with the left foot to Brenda Saren, looking to head it on. And in second chance opportunity, Saren stays involved. Lopez swinging it backside. Loopstock up to the challenge. Not enough numbers in the box for El Salvador. Loopstock appears to have hurt herself on that last play. The 21-year-old getting her debut here in goal. Lopez looking to play it in, and Loopstock able to make the save, but this was where it seemed like she might have done something to herself and gotten a little bit hurt, but she'll get checked on. 2 fixtures here in February for all the teams that are involved. 2 in April, all vying for those spots in July. Goal differential matters, everything matters, wins matter. So we take a look at the staff here for Aruba. Linford Sambo leading Aruba here today, and just looking onto his staff, seeing what might happen if they need to make the substitution. And Erica Cuna for El Salvador, the manager. Loopstock appears to be okay. A young roster for Aruba, 3 teenagers in this starting lineup. here this evening. So critical experience that these young players are getting here in a tournament that means so much and has so many implications from every game. Amaya with the throw. El Salvador currently ranked 119th in FIFA. Highest came in 2017 when they were ranked 84th. This ball will be sent across Sarah. Is she onside? If she is, that's in. And it looks like it will be called offside. Great ball played in by Delgado, just and very, very close. Maybe a shoulder there. Gums keeping her line and able to get the offside call there, but good finish by Saren. Susanna. Good matchup here in Gums and Rodriguez. Rodriguez the hat trick in their first game. Saren puts on pressure on Florence. Back to her left foot. She'll look to serve it across. Cleared by Saladin, and Loopstock makes sure that that does not become a problem as Aruba looks to get higher up the field. Dornkamp. Morales does well to get out of pressure there, looking to find that blindside run of Rodriguez. Both teams wanting this call, and it'll go El Salvador's way. Rodriguez, 3 goals, notched the hat trick in the first game. Ball played in across and cleared. Brought down by Morales. Loopstock will take care of that. Super opportunistic from Mara Rodriguez. 2 of her goals were on rebounds, right place, right time, one off the crossbar, one off a save, and was able to complete the hat trick with a finish on the back post of a set piece for a corner kick in that 6-0 victory. Currently a senior at Providence College. There she is right there taking that ball over. Right now, El Salvador looking to play long. There's a lot of space actually in front of the Aruba back line, but a little bit of patience will go a long way with them as they try to play those balls in behind, and Aruba doing well to cut those out. Neto dispossessed in the middle third. The foul called. It'll go the way of Aruba. Erasme draws the foul there. Just a sliding effort as Dornkamp and Erasme were looking to go forward. Definite foul on Delgado. Center official will organize things here. There looks to be a 2-player wall from El Salvador. A lot of distance on this set piece, so no more than 2 needed. So we take a look at Serrano. It's played short. El Salvador deals with it quite well. A little clip there from Susanna, but play on. Ball in behind. Luge does well to drop off for those balls that are being played over the top. Rodriguez finds Saren. Can she get there? Right-footed cross. Luge. Mara Rodriguez puts it on her right foot and blocked by Rivero, the captain. Lopez, left-footed shot, but that will just trickle in. So lots of opportunities coming for El Salvador. Nothing really to test the back line of Aruba or Loopstock, the goalkeeper, quite yet, but trying to knock on the door after that 6-goal performance just a couple days ago. Ball played across to Rodriguez. Good first touch, but recovering speed from Gums. Very well done. And now it's cleared out of danger. Susana looking to play out of the back. Long looping ball in. Loopstock will collect. The throw to that center area, a dangerous throw in there. Neto dealing with it as well as she can. A big shot right away, deflection. Does she get it past? And she saves it on the line, Loopstock. Second clearance, and that'll be out of play. An interesting situation there with a little bit of deflections, but good by Lixian Loopstock, the 21-year-old, to recover. Looks to be in a little bit of anguish. But trying to play out of the middle is Neto, and just too many players from El Salvador around. Lopez taking the early shot, deflection, and able to keep it out. Loopstock recovering here a little bit. She had a little bit of a knock earlier that she was dealing with. And Lopez, the forward for El Salvador, is down. But deflection so hard to deal with for a goalkeeper. With trying to go one way, it deflects, it goes another, and Loopstock did well to deal with that. Yazlin Lopez looking to make sure she's okay. 1 goal versus Belize in the 4th minute. She actually had the opening goal, which would prove to be the game-winning goal and the difference. She also hit the crossbar for one of Mara Rodriguez's goals in the 23rd minute. Bounced off, and Rodriguez was able to put that away. So a lot around Yazlin Lopez. And there'll be a set piece here. It looks like Brenda Sarin will step up to this for El Salvador. But our refereeing crew making sure Loopstock has some time to recover before this is taken. Only 3 in the wall so far for Aruba, which is quite interesting being this close to goal, but perhaps Neto will join. Still only 3 in the wall as Brenda Saran steps up, looking to take it with her right foot. And step up she does, a good hit, but it's straight into the wall and cleared. Well defended in that 3-person wall by Aruba. Good step there, and oh, just out of danger for the back line. Reina Cruz does well to deal with that. Morales. Plata looks to keep that in, just a little bit of a mistouch. Erasme finds Gomes on the left side. Neto does well to come across there. Pretty back and forth so far as we enter into the 22nd minute of play. It's 0-0 here in San Cristobal. Aruba versus El Salvador, Group D play. So much on the line here, looking to try to top the group and get a chance to potentially make that final qualification tournament for the Women's World Cup. Eric Acuna, the manager for El Salvador. He's been in charge of around 14 months, in charge of the entire program, U15 and up, U17, U20, and has actually held mini camps between the U20s and the full team. 5 of these players on this roster are part of the U20 national team as well. So he has really tried to create that atmosphere between the senior side and the 20s and have them training together. Ball gets played in behind. Serrano comes out very quickly. She does well to deal with that, but now Aruba will get into the final third for their first time in quite a few minutes. Susanna, a little tug on the shirt there, but play on. And an initial offside from the Yoselin Lopez. Aruba gets into a defensive shape very quickly with a flat back line, but then going into a sweeper situation, and that early offside noticed by our assistant referee crew. Serrato will try to change the point herself. Dornkamp collects very well. Pressure by Dornkamp. Harazme. Delgado just not able to collect there and keep it in play. Long ball over the top for Sarin. Another long service, and that's what El Salvador seems to be using for their attacking at this point, is to look for that ball in behind. Well done, into the 18-yard box, drops it off. Well defended and cleared by Susanna. Better by El Salvador as they start to find some combination play to get in behind the back line. So that combination of playing long and also combining with one another. There's Mara Rodriguez. Morales looking to get it to that back post area, coming through, headed straight down and just wide. Leslie Calderon with that header on the backside. And what a great ball just to lift this to the back post area, and all the technique in the world, perfect here for Calderon, but just a little bit wide. And we have a player down on that challenge for Aruba, but a good opportunity for the El Salvador team here as we see Leslie Calderon making a great run on that left side. It looks like our player from Aruba will get back up. Mujlin Trump has been on that right side, the 22-year-old, playing in the right back position. Just took the harder part of that challenge, but much better from El Salvador. A little hopeful in the first 25 minutes from opportunities, but that one, much more precision, much more thought on that service, and a great header. Plata will look to serve it with her favorite left foot. Great ball to the back post. Yoselin Lopez, and it's saved by Loopstock. That opposite side ball again proving dangerous for El Salvador. The way in which they approached it a little bit different. A further service here, but those runs off the back shoulder, just so great by Yoselin Lopez. Doesn't have time to take a touch. Does it first time, which she should. Great ball across here for the corner kick. It's Lopez again, getting it on her right foot. Finds Saren. Great composure by Saren. Back across, and Rodriguez not able to deflect that on frame to force a save. Couple promising minutes here for El Salvador. And while they got the first corner kick, Aruba actually had the best chance early on in the game in the 3rd minute, where it was cleared off the line by Rodriguez. But now El Salvador is starting to create more opportunities as they press in the back for the build out. Florence with the clear, but it's not out of the final third, not out of danger. Long range shot, and that'll fly over. Well won by El Salvador. Cruz looks to find the space in behind. Rodriguez out on the right flank, looking for players in the box. Moving away from goal is that service, and cleared by Aruba. Dornkamp. Aruba throw. Dornkamp proving she can hold the ball with so much pressure on her. She's done very well anytime the ball has been cleared. Neto with the header in midfield. And Sanchez, 2 headers in a row to win it for El Salvador. Lopez will provide chase on Trump, Loopstock, and it'll be cleared. Jessica Rivera looks to be down in the middle third, but play will go on, at least for a little bit here. And she'll make her way to her feet, the captain. Ball-winning midfielder from River Plate. Doing so much work there in midfield. A lot of movement from El Salvador in midfield in their traditional 4-4-2. A lot for Rivero and Susanna to deal with as Gums gets fouled by Ortiz as she steps out of the back line for El Salvador. Just a little late is Ortiz, stepping in, not quite under control for that challenge, and it'll be a set piece for Aruba in the final third. The corner kick set piece was their best opportunity so far in the first 3 minutes of the game. Now as we enter in the 32nd minute, they'll have another. Susanna. Well defended by the captain who committed the foul, getting it out of danger. Aruba, the way they set up in a 4-5-1, causing a little bit of issues for El Salvador. Although El Salvador has had more of the opportunities, Aruba proving they can get numbers forward and be able to launch some attack against the El Salvador team. Quick ball the other direction. Yaslin Lopez puts chase. Saren. Lopez again at the top of the area. Well, she'll take it, and that'll fly high. Lopez was a part of the Olympic qualifying roster for CONCACAF in 2020, so a lot of experience there. Brenda Saren as well, both the two front runners up top, a duo that a lot of the attack goes through for the Salvadorian team. Play on, Lopez. Sanchez does well, the holding midfielder, to win that ball. Florence looking to find Herazme. And Aruba starting to get a few more chances going forward, but something that Eric Acuna talked about for El Salvador was he wants them to be a team that's very tactically organized. Attacking is Dornkamp. And good organization there from Ortiz to make sure she can defend and win that ball for El Salvador. Calderon on the ball with probably the best chance of the game so far. That'll be struck near post, but nothing to test loop stock. Coombs does well to get out of pressure, but more defenders coming her way. And we'll play on here. Well done to come inside, looking to combine. We'll find Sanchez coming from deep, and that will go wide. Victoria Sanchez coming from her deep holding mid position for that opportunity. We're in the 35th minute here in San Cristobal. Some showers were threatening. It's still a little bit of light rain here, but it looks like we may avoid a storm in this area, but 77 degrees currently. Dornkamp looking to hold it, and Ortiz will restart this for El Salvador. Aruba causing a little bit of frustration from El Salvador. A lot of very direct play that's just going back the other direction. Herazme. Juana Plata, well done, the left back, and El Salvador will try to break as quickly as possible, looking for a long service. This one, dangerous to Calderon in the left space. Brenda Saren. Draws 3 defenders. There's more defenders in that penalty area. This could be dangerous as it bounces around. Loopstock able to hold on to that with some appeals for, I think, what they thought was a potential handball, but Loopstock with the save. Cruz. Looking for that backside area again. Seren turning with some space, more space than she might have known she would have. Back on her left foot and gets it on frame, but a little deflection there. It appeared to go off the post, but must have already been out of bounds as Loopstock goes for the goal kick. Good skill here by Seren. Trying to slide it in that near post area, and it does hit the post. That now becomes the closest opportunity for El Salvador after Calderon's header, and we will have a sub. Mara Rodriguez will leave the game. And Stephanie Garcia is going to enter. Garcia from Houston, Texas, attended Southern Miss University, will come into the game. Mara Rodriguez, interesting substitution as she was the goal scorer. She had a hat trick, as the foul's called. She had a hat trick in their first game versus Belize. So taking the top goal scorer out and Stephanie Garcia getting an opportunity, the 25-year-old. Foul will come back just a little bit. Long service from Lejeune. Garcia, a good tackle to start her minutes in this game and driving forward. A good driving run into that space. Cleared by Jessica Rivero. That wide area proving to be a good spot for El Salvador as they get the ball in quickly to Lopez, looking for the back post area. But the wide spaces where they can create the overloads, 2 against 1, is when they look the most promising to create some opportunities, otherwise having resorted to more long-range opportunities. Dornkamp strong on the ball. 2 players always around Dornkamp. Erasme looking to go forward. Plata with the foul. Complaining about that foul, but little hit there right at the end. She's providing chase, a reaction perhaps to Erasme pushing her as well, but the left back will be called for the foul. Long set piece into the penalty area. Neto will look for a long-range opportunity herself, and Serrano gets a touch. Looking to exploit the wide space is Garcia. Good confidence out of the back by Trump, but it'll be kept in the attacking half for El Salvador. Amaya. We're entering into the 43rd minute. 0-0 El Salvador and Aruba and San Cristobal, and you have to think this plays into Aruba's favor, gaining confidence as this game goes on in their first game of Group D play. El Salvador perhaps getting frustrated, a little more impatient. Lopez. Hit back to Loopstock, does well not to pick that up and just gets it out of play. But for a team that scored 6 goals in their first game, it's a good job by Aruba keeping them 0-0 at this point. Gooms will deflect that out for a corner kick for El Salvador. Amaya will serve. Central area, initially cleared. Still in, and it's out now off the Yoselin Lopez attempt. And the player is down for Aruba. Looks to be Madeline Trump. Ball played in. Saladin clears. Dornkamp looks to play forward. Now just getting numbers forward is Aruba. Lopez will look to go to the left side, well defended by Trump. And Rivero will look to keep possession for Aruba. Ball played to the backside. Saren looking to get in. Just too much on that ball, but that backside ball, the blindside run, something that Aruba will need to be aware of, as El Salvador does look dangerous when they find those back post spaces. Be 2 minutes of added time here in San Cristobal. El Salvador still looking to go forward with that backside ball. Morales steps up and keeps it in the attacking final third. Garcia will go 1v1, well defended. Delgado plays this in, and it'll be a corner kick in the 46th minute. A good opportunity here for El Salvador to look for the go-ahead goal. Long ball into the penalty area. Ortiz able to get the head to the ball, the captain, but not able to do anything to test Loopstock. Cruz challenges, wins possession to Ortiz. El Salvador still looking to go forward, but not able to keep that one in is Saran. Little check of the watch there. We're getting close here to halftime. There will be potentially the last opportunity of the half here with the foul on Aruba. Numbers getting forward, Ortiz coming out of the back, Sanchez coming out of her holding mid position. And Morales will step up. All but 3 are forward for El Salvador, and the header is clear. And that's it here in San Cristobal. 0-0 in Group D play between El Salvador and Aruba. A lot of back and forth, a lot of half opportunities for El Salvador getting in the final third, but it is 0-0. Nothing to break the deadlock at this point. Halftime highlights and stats will be coming up right after this, so stick around. San Cristobal, Dominican Republic. We have Aruba taking on El Salvador. Players getting ready for the game. El Salvador, their second game of Group D action. Aruba, their first game debuting against El Salvador today. A first half that they couldn't wait to get underway. El Salvador, a lot of confidence coming into this game with a hat trick from Mara Rodriguez in the first game. And Aruba wanting to get started off on the right foot in Group D. Only one team advances out of this group, so every game counts. Gotta start strong, gotta get confidence, and Aruba would gain confidence throughout this first half in San Cristobal as they took on a team that came in brimming with it. And El Salvador able to get some opportunities, but this one, the best one in the 3rd minute. Mara Rodriguez saves it off the line as Aruba, in their first corner kick of the game, threatens to go up 1-0, but a clearance by her. Brenda Sarin, some opportunities, and a name you'll hear a lot, Loopstock. Lots of saves for the keeper for Aruba in goal, not giving up anything, nothing easy. Sarin back to her left foot, and not able to get past Loopstock here in this opportunity. But El Salvador would create a ton of opportunities, but just nothing that really stuck out. This one perhaps the best, as the deflection took Loopstock the wrong direction, but she does recover. Those deflections are so difficult, and she makes the initial save and able to get back, keep that out, and her defenders are able to clear it out for her. This is a great opportunity here on the back post. The header textbook from Leslie Calderon. Morales finding that back post run, and the textbook straight down, header straight down but wide. Ball played in, another back post run, and a save by Loopstock off of Lopez, who scored in their first game that El Salvador played against Belize. Was not able to direct it out of the outstretched arms of Loopstock. A lot of opportunities though in that first half. Nothing really too much to test the keeper. Aruba not getting forward quite as much, but we'll take a look at the halftime stats from this game here in the Dominican Republic. 15 shots to 0, 9 of those on goal. So like I said, Loopstock's been busy. She has had to make a lot of saves, 5-2 in fouls. Corner kicks 3-2. That's where Aruba has really been able to go forward. And the possession really tight, 51% to 49%. Aruba has gotten possession but need to get more numbers forward, but they have been dangerous on corner kicks and set pieces during this game. So an exciting second half coming up. We are Halftime is done here in San Cristobal, and we are back for the 2022 Women's CONCACAF World Cup qualifiers. Be a substitution at the halftime for El Salvador. Number 21, Karen Reyes, will come into the game for Andrea Amaya. So that will be the first substitution for El Salvador. And we're underway in the second half. Group D play. It's 0-0 in San Cristobal Pan-American Stadium. A gorgeous sight for our game tonight. Narrowly avoiding the storm that threatened earlier, but it's turned out nice, and we are getting going in this second half. I'm Casey White, happy to be on the call today for this game that has so many implications. Ball played in, Loopstock with a quick punt after the save. Take a look at Reyes just entering in the game, first sub of the second half. El Salvador had one sub in the first half. Garcia coming in for Mara Rodriguez, who had the hat trick in their first game versus Belize, and they won 6-0 in that matchup. Here's Reyes on the right flank, looking to get an early ball across to Lopez, and it's a close one. In the first minute and change in this second half, El Salvador comes out quick. Karen Reyes, number 21, that entered into the game, had a goal against Belize in the 75th minute. It was a beautiful right-footed flick, so certainly someone that's capable of scoring and, as you just seen, creating some opportunities for other players around her as well. Reyes. Seren. Coming across, Loopstock gets a hand to it. Trump will get that out of play for a corner kick. Right-footed service near post area. Sanchez goes for it, as does Reyes, but neither able to connect. Well defended by Gooms. Brenda Saran continues, and it'll be a goal kick. Loopstock been very active today. It's 15 shots in the first half, 9 of which were on frame, so she had to be busy. Morales looking to penetrate into the final third, looking for the back post ball, which has been on many times today. Garcia just not able to bring that down, but that's where we saw the success for El Salvador in the first half. Starting to knock on the door of potentially getting a goal was those blind side runs, those back post balls. So besides the first opportunity in this half, those really were the opportunities in the first half of play. Harazme draws the foul. Our center official, Marjorie Ponce, making sure everything's sorted. Having Yazlin Lopez step back a little bit. Harazme uses her body well here, thinking it was a throw, but actually drew the foul in the middle third. Still in play. Susana. Ortiz clears to Lopez, well collected. 2 balls to get in behind the back line only. Brenda Seren taking on the back line of Aruba herself, playing it across, but deflected. Saladin came across very well. It took 3 of them to make sure that Seren couldn't get an opportunity on frame. Drawing a corner kick here is Seren. Service by Plata with the left foot. Knocked down by Reyes, but no one there. Quick punt. Erasme super strong on the ball and wanting the play on, but the early foul called and it'll be for Aruba. Angeline Trump will take this set piece for Aruba. Rivera with the foul. Calderon gets that in behind. Just the timing of the run off. Well read by Morales. Sanchez with a heavy challenge against her by Susana. Play on. Morales. Saren takes on Saladin. She goes herself. Luce's over. Back to her right foot. Tries to bend it in the back post. And wide. El Salvador just all around it, but those final touches, those final details, eluding them so far in this game. Eric Acuna, the manager for El Salvador. Ortiz will look to change the point through Plata. Good battle there between Erasme and Plata. Garcia will look to take on Trump. Goes strong to her left, plays it across to the near post. Cleared by Luce. Plata will serve to the near post area. Gets to the top of the box, bouncing all the way through to Sanchez. Cleared by Trump. Plata, the back post ball. Lopez getting it on her left foot. Another opportunity, resorting to an opportunity from distance. Play on, says our center official. 5 players back to defend for Aruba. Bounces through. Lopez will step up. Cutting back to her left foot. Well defended. Aruba just defending in pairs and just helping one another out. A lot of cover. Linford Sambo has to be happy with the first 53 and change in this game. Brenda Seren on the ball. Seren finds Garcia. It does go in, but offside called on Garcia. And this perhaps the best opportunity. Just a little bit too aggressive to go forward is Garcia, and Chamara Luce steps at the last minute to make sure there's an offside called. Foul. They're just getting position as Gooms and nothing to do but pull her down in that moment. Foul going the direction of Aruba. They're looking to play forward quickly. That's Dornkamp putting pressure on. Very physical player, causing lots of issues up top. Morales. Dornkamp again winning that tackle. Lopez playing the ball across early. Saladin, missed clearance. Sarin, and she's able to do it. Opportunistic by Brenda Sarin to put El Salvador up 1-0 in the 56th minute. All smiles there from Brenda Sarin. A very opportunistic run with the missed clearance and just a beautiful touch to put it past Loopstock. Good run by Lopez down the right flank. Deflection, missed clearance, deflected off Sarin, and then just able to beat the onrushing Loopstock. But this wide area is helping El Salvador generate more opportunities because it's stretching out the defense. And Sarin just able to get there first. A great little touch as she lifts it over the defender and past Loopstock. Collision there early on, clearance out. And it'll be a corner kick for El Salvador. Tromp appears to be down. She's been down a few times today, actually. And there's the collision here by her own teammate. Unfortunately, Susana going hard, both looking to handle the goal scorer that has put El Salvador on top, Brenda Sarin. We're in San Cristobal Pan-American Stadium. El Salvador has just gone up 1-0 by a goal from Brenda Sarin. I'm Casey White. Happy to be with you here for the second half of this Group D game. The Dominican Republic is playing host to this game. El Salvador 3 points already in this group. Plata with the service to the near post. It bounces out and across, and Susana will look to take over. Erasme, good feet to get out of pressure. So far, the best opportunity from Aruba has been off a set piece in the 3rd minute. It was cleared off the line by Mara Rodriguez, who was substituted in the first half. The run of play has proved a little more difficult for Aruba and getting numbers forward. Sarin looks to play quick. Lopez, great skill in the corner under pressure. Good ball across. Leger hooks it out. Looking for an opportunity, glances off the crossbar. Sanchez steps up with a great opportunity there, trying to double the lead. Sanchez debuted in April of 2021, but has a bit of a lineage with El Salvador. Her uncle, Mario Mayan Meza, had 36 caps for his country. So some good genes there, and just starting her career with the senior women's national team herself. There's Sanchez on the ball. Looking to find the space behind Garcia. Most likely just needing to leave her feet there, not able to do so as it skips away. Our goal scorer tonight, Brenda Sarin, 23 years old, had a goal and an assist in the first game against Belize, scoring here tonight in a much tighter game, so very, very important her getting that goal for El Salvador. Off the back of Neto, and Morales will go the other way. Right-footed service. Rivero will clear. Plata with a great ball to Reyes, just not able to bring it down. Good for Sambo, continuing to help his team. And there will be a substitution coming into the game from Munjulin Trump. Isaline Angela will come in, the 17-year-old midfielder. Coming inside, a good opportunity off the crossbar again. Saren trying to bring it down, and Lopez will go over the crossbar, but El Salvador starting to get some more quality chances in the first half in this first 15 minutes. Erica Kuna looking on, more of a challenge in this game that Aruba's presenting his team. Good swarming defending by El Salvador by Sanchez and Lopez. And Garcia will join. Left-footed ball to Saren. Sanchez will look up, see what her opportunities are. Lopez to her left foot. Opportunity on frame, low and cleared. Harazme with the turn. She has been a handful, Harazme, and that's a harsh challenge right there from Alejandra Morales. And she will be booked for that challenge. Harazme, so lively this entire game, always using her body well. She's a freshman at Fairleigh Dickinson University. And took a tough challenge there right on the sideline. Morales fouling her. It's the way to stop her there on the sideline because she was going quite strong in the direction of the goal. Neto with the long service. Ortiz will clear. Looking for a long chance opportunity, but Serrano can deal with that. That's the first shot of the game for Aruba. Yoselin Lopez looks to go the other direction. Calderon tries to change the point. There's Harazme again. Cleared out, but not out of danger quite yet. Harazme is pickpocketed there. Saren looks to line it up. Loop stop's ready for it, but it looks like that glances off for a corner kick here in the 64th minute. She has been busy today, the 21-year-old. Only succumbed to one goal so far, but lots of opportunities coming her way from El Salvador. Saren takes a quick look up, the goal scorer. Why not? Trying some from distance. Headed down by Reyes. Perfectly positioned on that back post is Shamara Luche. That's what you're there for, making sure, clear anything out that might get past your keeper. Well done. Gooms looks to clear. Reyes cleans it up for El Salvador as they look to switch the point of attack. Calderon. Netos has slid out to that right back position for Trump. Saren on the ball. Good skill, gets through to her left foot, plays it across to Reyes, to Lopez, and Lopez able to finish for the second goal here in the 65th minute. Lopez the recipient of great play and a great ball across from Seren, left by Reyes, and now the lead has doubled. Good play here by Garcia and Seren, just no cover for the defender as Seren takes on, has to draw a player across. Reyes realizes she can't finish, lets it go, and the right-footed finish by Lopez. Nothing Loopstock could do there, wide open and a little bit disorganized from the back line of Aruba for this second goal. Kept in play on the opposite side. Outside of the right foot, Reyes all around the goal, but not able to connect. Long service. Deflection again, Lopez, and it's Lopez again! And a goal similar to the first one by Seren, some miscommunication and misclearance in the back, but that's what good goal scorers do. They're opportunistic, they're optimistic, and Lopez does just that, following up and making the most of her opportunity to make it 3-0. This long service played in, missed clearance, catches everyone off guard. Luget just not able to get that second clearance out after it deflects off her, and Lopez able to put it away. Loopstock appears to be down. And there will be a substitution for El Salvador. Aleli Hernandez will replace and be number 20, Leslie Calderon. And here's a look at that third goal again, where Loopstock went down. Shamara Lucci got the deflection, but Lopez able to put it away. 2 goals in 1 minute. 65th minute and the 66th minute for Lopez, and that really has been the difference. It's a much tighter game than it actually has looked based on this score, but 2 goals that quickly by someone who is used to scoring a lot of goals, had a goal in the first game as well. Reyes looking to go down the right side, looks to get across. Loopstock's back up and with the save right away. No rest for her, a lot of opportunities, and the difference in this second half is there are more quality opportunities. 15 shots in the first half, but just nothing really to test Loopstock in goal. And in this half, much better quality chances, more players around the goal, and it's resulted in 3 goals. El Salvador looking to push forward again, and now a little tired legs coming, a lot of missed clearances, but Aruba figures it out. Susanna trying to get out the other way. Garcia does well to avoid pressure. Ball looking to play in behind. It gets through. Seren's there, playing it across, and Sanchez will put that in for the 4th goal from a deep run from midfield. Quick turnover in the middle third. In the 70th minute, Sanchez puts it away, and very unselfish from Brenda Seren. Early ball from Garcia, catches the back line of Aruba off guard, and instead of going for frame herself, plays the ball in front of the on-running Victoria Sanchez and getting her first goal of this tournament. Lopez. Angela will track her, but it's out for a throw. Garcia plays it to the back post. Sanchez higher again. Going for it is Seren. It bounces down to Morales with the deflection, and that'll be over and out for a corner kick. A lot of work being done by the players from Aruba. So much possession towards El Salvador and hanging in there until the 56th minute. But 4 goals in 14 minutes for El Salvador. It was just a matter of time before it broke through, and Aruba just working so hard defensively here tonight. Sanchez looking to get another one, strikes it well to be fair, but lots of players in the way. Lopez looking to put it over the top, saved by Loopstock, and again, pushes it off the crossbar, saves again in a collision here. Our center official making sure she's on top of it. And Loopstock goes to cover it, but goes off the crossbar and then gets the second chance opportunity here. Garcia just caught underneath and looked to be nothing in it, just saving the ball there. But this was a good opportunity from Lopez, just trying to float it in behind. Victoria Sanchez had that driven attempt, and then Lopez, very clever after a driven attempt, trying to just get it over the top. Just so close to making that a 5th goal. A lot of action going on today across CONCACAF Women's World Cup qualifying. Puerto Rico 9-0 winners over Anguilla, and just in Guatemala 6-0 winners over Curacao. So Guatemala with 2 wins and 15 goals on the campaign so far to put them atop Group B with 6 points. Puerto Rico earns another 3 points today in Group A as well. Players taking the opportunity to have a little bit of a cooling break here as Loopstock gets checked out. Susana looks to play it forward. Gooms, good pressure on Plata. Morales finding that wide space. Well defended by Angela. Good ball from Plata in. Erasme trying to get over and build something for Aruba. A foul called. It will go the direction of Aruba. Susana trying to play quickly, trying to get Saren out of the way. A little bit of gamesmanship from Brenda Saren. Very smart, stepping in front. She scored the first goal today. Her brothers actually both play for the Houston Dynamo of the MLS. And her brother Darwin is the captain of El Salvador men's national team. Well, a lot of good footballers in that family, and she has the difference so far today. A different type of challenge for Eric Acuna and his squad today. Not getting goals early, really, having to work for it. 0-0 at halftime, not scoring and breaking through to the 56th minute, but still up 4-0. Gooms looks to go forward, trying to get numbers up the field for Aruba. Morales, great feet. Saren cutting inside. Rouget. Reyes looking for the back post, saved. And that will go out for a corner kick. Great save from Loopstock on a point blank shot from Karen Reyes. Saren looking to change the point here. Just a bit disorganized in the back for Aruba. Reyes able to set this up for a great opportunity. Foul called going the opposite direction. Another result from today, Cuba winning 14-0 over the British Virgin Islands. Lots of goals from that Cuban side. Their second win as well, to have 6 points in Group E. Ball played in behind the back line. Sanchez looking to get onto it and won't be able to. And only 1 goal scored by the visiting teams in the first 12 matches of this tournament. And then 37 goals scored by the visiting team today. So an outpouring of goals by visiting teams. So a complete 180 from the previous few days. Not a home advantage today in these CONCACAF qualifiers. Neto will look to join. 4 forward for Aruba. Have had trouble getting players up in the run of play. Morales will play it forward, and Lopez will get in control of the ball here. Only 1 player forward for El Salvador, and they still find her. Saren gets on the ball. Saren back to her left foot. And again, plays it across. Missed hit. I don't think she was going for goal there. Looks like she would be crossing that and just couldn't quite get her hips around that ball. Saren, 1 goal and 2 assists today. Very, very active to go with her 1 goal and 1 assist from the first game. And just too much, and it'll be a goal kick for Aruba. There'll be some substitutions here for El Salvador. Andrea Dada will come in for Idalia Serrano. And Jocelyn Rivas will come in for Juana Plata. 2 substitutions for El Salvador. Getting some more experience, 1 for a goalkeeper and 1 for a player on the field going into that left back position. Morales picks up the ball in the middle third. Reyes. Garcia coming into the box, takes it herself, and it gets in to the back post. Keeping that low is Stephanie Garcia. The first half substitute able to get on the scoreboard, making it 5-0 in the 80th minute. A great run there on that left side for the midfielder. A 1v1 opportunity, no cover in this outside space, and no one comes across and tries her luck. Keeps it low, not too much out of the reach of Loopstock, but keeps it low and gets an opportunity here and makes it 5-0. All second half goals for El Salvador. Aruba putting in a very good first half, but a lot of effort. El Salvador continued to attack and finally broke through in the 56th minute and continues to do so throughout this second half. We'll be able to take a look at Andrea Dada, the 17-year-old in goal now, the second half substitute who replaced Idalia Serrano. Susana will take it on frame, doesn't test Dada. Played down the line to Sanchez. Second half, she has gotten forward much more from her center midfield position. Garcia, Reyes. Reyes was the scorer in the first game as well from Reston, Virginia. One of the more pretty goals of that game, in my opinion at least, a great flick on at the near post. Cruz. Here's a touch for Dada. Hernandez will collect, and El Salvador is not stopping, continuing to go forward. Saren is going forward. Loopstock deals with that well, and she'll have to get back quickly as Saren's looking to play quick. Rivas will take the throw. Morales. Lely Hernandez will put that into the box. Sanchez helps it on. Well dealt with by Ortiz. The back line of El Salvador done very well today. Besides one or two set piece opportunities, not much within the run of play, just the way they're set up. It's very hard to clear against. Playing the ball central, Reyes and Saren getting in each other's way just a little bit in the 84th minute. 5-0 El Salvador versus Aruba in Group D. Ball's floated in to the backside. Victoria Sanchez puts it down for Lopez. And Lopez already has a brace in this game, was looking for that hat trick as we approach the final 6 minutes of regulation. More Group D games coming up. Aruba will play Barbados next on Tuesday, February 22nd. That will be their last fixture here in the February timeframe. Saren on the half turn. Plays the slip ball into Lopez, offside. And not able to finish it either way, but offside just barely, a little bit forward of that back line, but a great little slip pass from Saren. So they'll take on Barbados, Aruba will, Tuesday, February 22nd, 2 games in April versus Belize and Panama. Panama and El Salvador currently sit atop this group, tied with 3 points until this game finishes. El Salvador will wait till April. This is their second game, so they will have 2 more in April versus Barbados and Panama. Garcia. Garcia puts it in. Loopstock does well. After that goal in the 80th minute, Garcia getting more and more involved. Lopez picks up the missed clearance, tries to slip it into Sarin. Sanchez looking to get it on frame, hits the post, and it stays in. Iselene Angela will have to come to shut down Karen Reyes, and she does. Lopez looks to get it back across. Luigi gets it out. Organization going on from El Salvador. Goal differential does matter, so don't want to check out and let anything happen with Aruba going forward. Long ball over the top to Lopez. Ball's flicked back across. Sanchez trying to make something out of that, but just not enough pace on that ball played across. And as we wind down the final minutes, the manager for Aruba has to be thinking about the next game as well, managing these minutes. Glenford Sambo getting some experience for players, making sure players can recover, although there are 2 days in between games. Cleared out to Harazme. 3 defenders on her, but she does manage to get it wide. Ortiz does well to keep possession. Play on. Morales down, but Lopez going the other direction. Good recovery. Saladin comes across, good cover for Angela in that wide space, but a corner kick for El Salvador. What looked to be an initial foul here for Morales, but wasn't. Short corner. Sarin's going to go herself potentially. Nope, she decides to play it. Second guess is there and then loses the opportunity. No foul called. Susanna's going that direction for Aruba. It's a 3v2. Plays it across to Harazme. El Salvador trying to recover. Harazme with the left-footed shot, and it's in! In the 90th minute! Kiyomi Leparan-Harazme with the left-footed finish. What a beauty that was for Aruba, and they're on the board, 5-1. That is the first goal by a home team today by Leparan-Harazme. She has been active all day and rewarded here. What a great finish, curling that in to the near post with enough loft. She's done a lot for Aruba today and been the one that would look likely or most likely to get a goal, and she makes it 5-1. 1 minute of added time in this second half Group D matchup. Will El Salvador be able to generate one more opportunity here in the waning seconds of the game? Ruperon Harazme going forward again, the goal scorer for Aruba. Cleared by Loopstock. And helped on by Rivero. Goal difference does matter, so giving up that goal could prove important, could not. Saren trying to get another one. Reyes, and it's in! Just as I'm talking about goal differential. Karen Reyes with the finish to the back post in the 92nd minute. A late goal scorer in the first game for El Salvador as well. Now one very late in the 92nd minute to make it 6-1, El Salvador over Aruba. And here's a look back at that 3v2 opportunity where Ruperon Harazme scored. Just a beautiful finish. That made it 5-1, but with the Reyes finish, 6-1, now back to a 5-goal differential in this game. Long service. It's Lopez. Loopstock's out. Lopez looks to flick it on. And it is in the 92nd minute as well. Lopez, 7-1. Can you believe it? One long ball over the top, an on-rushing goalkeeper, and Lopez is able to put that one away. Lopez does complete the hat trick, 65th minute goal, 66th minute goal, and now the 92nd minute, the hat trick for El Salvador. That'll be on the ground, foul that direction. Get it back in play. Harazme does keep it. Takes 4 defenders to stop her, the goal scorer for Aruba. There'll be a little bit of additional time here than the 1 minute predicted with the 2 late goals. Actually 3 if you count the goal from Harazme. Long ball forward again. Loopstock will get that, and that is the final whistle of this Group D game. Wow, 3 goals in 2 minutes for the final score, 7-1. El Salvador over Aruba in Group D action. This win puts El Salvador in first place with 6 points. Aruba in their first game not able to secure any points, but they will be playing again on Tuesday. El Salvador, first set of fixtures done. 2 wins, 6 points. A lot of goal differential, 13 goals for, 1 against, so a plus 12 for them in these first 2 games of World Cup qualifying, all trying to advance to July against the United States and Canada for the final 8 teams to try to get to that 2023 World Cup, the road to Australia and New Zealand. Saren scored the first goal, what looked like it would be the game-winning goal, but it took that second goal, the first from Lopez in the 65th minute, to be the game-winning goal, as Harazme was able to score one for Aruba. Not happy with the result, of course, but tough competition. 0-0 at halftime, so really a tale of 2 halves. Really organized defensively for Aruba. El Salvador not able to break them down in the first half, and then second half, some changes tactically at halftime. El Salvador able to come out, use the wide spaces a little bit better, and the goals came. Here are the highlights from this game in San Cristobal Pan-American Stadium, Dominican Republic hosting El Salvador and Aruba in this game. A lot of action throughout the second half especially, but even the first half, 15 shots for El Salvador, and Mara Rodriguez, an early substitute in the first half, but she had a hat trick in the first game. It just shows that goals can come from a lot of different places with this team from El Salvador. More goal scorers today. It wasn't Mara Rodriguez with the hat trick, it was Lopez, but she was able to get 3 herself. Aruba making their debut and getting ready. You can see the final moments before they were able to get their campaign underway. Not a lot of chances generated, especially in the run of play for Aruba, but the first half, they would start with a really good opportunity here in the 3rd minute. It would go to the back post, but Mara Rodriguez didn't get on the scoreboard today, but she certainly saved El Salvador right here from going down early in this one. And then a lot of opportunities would ensue. Saren, who would eventually score a goal in the second half with the left foot here. But Loopstock facing so many attacks today and did really well in goal. 2 opportunities off the left foot from Saren, but she's able to secure this one as well. The finishing detail just not there, lifting it, making it a little bit easier for Loopstock with that opportunity. Lopez would try from distance. This was probably the best opportunity of the first half. Deflection so hard for goalkeepers. She's having to go the opposite direction. Lopez tries to catch her off her line. Luckily for Loopstock, she gets a touch and is able to recover. Defender's able to get it out. This ball to the back post would be somewhat predictive of what would happen in the second half. These back post balls started to become more important. Morales plays that ball there. Very good. Here's another one. Played to the back post. Lopez just not able to get enough power on it or enough direction away from Loopstock. But Plata plays a great long service to that back post area and a great save from Loopstock. And so the first half would see 15 shots to 0 from Aruba, even though Aruba had that first initial chance on the corner kick. Second half would get underway, and immediately there would be an opportunity here in the 56th minute. Saren able to get on the end of this from Lopez. So a little deflection, but she's able to get in, just lift it above the defender's foot. And Loopstock, nothing she could do as she started to rush out to get a block on that. And then the goals would come. This ball out. Sanchez just hitting it off the crossbar. More and more opportunities, but more quality opportunities in the second half. First half, opportunities, but not really testing anyone. Now El Salvador started to figure out how to really make them dangerous. Saren with the dribble here. Reyes leaves it. Lopez really able to walk it in for her first goal. She would score 2 goals back-to-back. This one in the 65th minute with the assist from Saren. Then this one, opportunistic. A lot like Saren's first goal. A lot of bouncing around. Lopez would get that goal in the 66th minute. Little touch, a deflection off Lejeune, and then able to put that away, and that would make it 3-0. A lot of late action, however. Garcia would go herself here. She'd look to put it in across, and she does. She's able to score in the 80th minute. No one really coming over to cover for Angela, and so why not? Goes right for frame and able to put that one away really late in the game. And what you would think would be maybe one of the last bits of action, but Aruba had other things in mind. Erasme joins in the 3v2. Great ball over the top, just catches Dada, the second half substitute, off her line a little bit, but a great finish. And that's not even the end. That was in the 90th minute. This in the 92nd minute from Lopez to go in. Long ball over the top, able to get that in, and just a little touch. And this would be the 7th goal of the game. El Salvador continuing to push forward. Goal difference matters in these group games. They know Panama is a team that they're going to have to worry about, who's also sitting at the top with 1 less game played. And that would be the final action, 7-1, as the manager, as Erica Cunha, shakes hand with Glenford Sambo. And happiness from El Salvador here, celebrating their 7-1 victory. And let's take a look at the full-time stats for this one in Group D. Road to Australia and New Zealand, 36 shots to 2. 36, that's a lot of shots there for El Salvador, but impressive. 15 on frame, that can be hard to do. None on frame for Aruba except their goal. And then fouls, 13 to 3, 11 corners to 2, and 54% possession to 46 for El Salvador. So very dominant for El Salvador in the stats category, just not able to get on top in the first half. but reined it in the second half. 7-1 final here from San Cristobal. I'm Casey